Hello, photo and design students. This is Fitchhorn, and we are going to be doing a tutorial today, just a real basic one, introducing you to some digital portfolio websites which will host your work, and it is absolutely free to use the template and to even generate your own URL. The issue that will be is that it will always include the word Wix or Squarespace in your URL web address until you start paying for it, which isn't a problem for students. They just need a permanent URL that people can click on to see their website. So this is really exciting. We'll go with Wix. It's not as sophisticated as Squarespace. If you are good at using templates and such, and you feel you're advanced enough to try Squarespace, but Wix is like a cross between Wikipedia and Weebly, and it's a little bit fancier than Weebly, not so professional as Squarespace, but still good space. So as you can see here, when you click on the link, it's going to take you here, and you're probably going to have to create a an account. Now, as always, if you use your S dash and they go to, like, if you go continue with Google, I don't know if that will work. You can try it, or you can go ahead and use an email that's a non-S dash, because when they go to send you a verification email, your S dash will not accept outside emails from anyone outside the Vacaville Unified School District. So please make sure that it's a safe Gmail, and remember what your email and password is. I've had so many students build whole portfolios. They lost this information and they never could get back to it, and they had to start from scratch. So I have my own account. I went ahead and used Google. If you guys use Google, it's your S Google. So there's that issue again. So I would highly recommend just doing this step. I'm going to go ahead and continue with Google, and I can use my S Google because guess what? Teachers aren't limited like you guys are to emails. So once you do that, you're going to get to your account. Now, as you guys can see, I've already started a couple of little fake accounts here. This one is our website for our graphic design class, which I'm paying for, and we still haven't developed this year because it's COVID, and yeah. And you can throw stuff in the trash. You can create new sites. Now, if you want to check out new sites, you can either click here or you can go up to the top to templates. But either way, it will ask you what kind you want to create. I would recommend for you guys to look out the photography templates because they're specifically customized to what you guys are doing. All right. And what's great is that these templates are already beautifully made. I can't stand it when students think they can do better than professional designers, and they take a template and they muck it up by changing the typefaces, by changing the layout. Choose a layout you like, because once you start changing layout and typography, unless you're in my advanced graphic design class, you're not allowed to do that because these designers are paid professionals. So whether you want a gallery style, now you can change within the website how it acts. You can choose ones with sliding galleries. You can choose one with total galleries. You can do these are called splash pages, where you have one big powerful image and then here's all your tabs at the top. I personally like the gallery view because it gives you a small sample. All right, and so I just clicked on it to see how it works, scrolling down, and I really like that. All right, so I'm going to go view full demo, and it will kind of, like, I just want to make sure that I really like this. All right, and then you're like, yeah, this is what I see my site looking like, and you click edit this site. I'm going to show you how to edit things. It's really, really easy if you've already been using like any design tools, whether it was the Gravit tool we use in graphic design or even Photopea. It kind of gets you used to knowing how to click on, or even Google Slides. Designing in Google Slides should prepare you for this. It's really an advanced version of Google Slides. That's all it is, you guys. Super easy. And again, sorry about the load time. This is this is not a user issue. It's a computer and broadband issue. I am a professional and I do this for a living, so I'm kind of used to knowing how fast things usually go. So this is your editing site. If ever you want to preview the work you've done, you click preview. Save as you go, or you will lose all your work. All right. I'm going to make a few changes and then I'm going to save it to show you how that works. And then publish is when it goes live. So everyone, if you don't hit publish, it won't go live. All right, so let's say here, if you click on menus and pages, you can go ahead and have your site menu. And if you look and see, this is where your tabs show up as your portfolio, client showcase, your about, your contact, your book online. So if I'm to go to my portfolio, all right, then I can go ahead and edit the portfolio page. All right, and then everything is navigatable. Notice how portfolio shows up here. From the welcome page was that splash page, but you can click and drag. Watch this. I can click and drag the portfolio to be behind contact, but that's dumb because everybody puts their portfolio first. This is usually, don't change the order, you guys. These are professionals. They know this is usually how it goes. Now, obviously, you're going to want to delete out Client Showcase because you don't have any clients yet. So if you click down there, look at this. You can rename, you can hide, you can delete, you can add a sub page underneath that page. You can set it as your home page. So every little symbol has a purpose. Look at this. This is hiding right now because I'm on Client Showcase Portfolio. The About Me page is just a little bit maybe about you and the things that you like to do and you know what you like about photography. You're a minor. You probably don't want people getting in touch with you. This was if you did want people, for my professional graphic designers, they use this for clients to get a hold of them. And then you obviously would want to delete out the book online. You don't want anybody to book you. All right. Now, let's go back to the portfolio page so you can see how you can add pages, which will add your pages show up as tabs. Right. Tabs get you to the pages faster. That's a navigation. You can link anchors to your menu. You can, you can go on forever depending on how, but why don't you just keep it simple and work with whatever you've got. Now that we're on the portfolio, what we can do on this page, if you hover over these icons, you can do things over here like change, like adding images, and let's see if I can move this, media, right? You can do all kinds of little things over here, but I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Now notice when you click on specific images, right, you can click and drag things around your site, but again, why should you mess around too much with what they've already done? All right. This is just telling you right here what these individual components, like it's telling you how to distribute the elements, how to angle, rotate, things like that. If you need to duplicate sections, you can even link your social media. Like if you click on these little links here, see, you can set your social media links. All right, so everything you click on is sometimes it's just a hit or miss thing, but like if I click on this gallery here, notice it's all highlighted blue together, and I were to go to manage media, if I can get to it, let me move that out of the way a little bit. All right, then you can go ahead and add, look at that, you can, right here it's telling you, you can select or deselect. You can get rid of, like, let's say I decide I want to adjust the image quality or remove from gallery. All right, now notice, so you can add things, you can delete things, you can title each one of your images. So let's title, pretend this is your emotions project. You can title this sadness or whatever. You can describe the project here. Remember, I gave you descriptions to cut and paste. You can link it somewhere else if you want to. I don't know, but when you click done, all right, then when you go to preview, let's see if we can see the changes that happen. See, when you hover over it, it now says sadness. So that's what happens, all right? And if you were to put an about information, when you click on it, it usually takes you to like about information. You can even like it. Now let's get out of the editor, or let's go back to the editor, get out of the preview, go back to the editor. You'll want to make sure this doesn't say Zoe Marks. You'll want to click on it. If you double left click, look at that. You can change your text to all these different fonts, the font size, colors, background colors, special effects. Don't get fancy. Again, you're not a professional graphic designer and they are. They know what's best. Just keep it simple until you get stronger in design or take design with me. So everything's editable. It's just a lot of hit or miss experimentation. Undo is Control Z always, or Command Z. Now let's pretend I made a lot of changes. Like I changed all the images, swapped them out. I put these little titles on them. I put the about stuff. So I've got autosave on, all right, and I previewed it. Now I want to publish it. Remember to save constantly. Save and save and save. So when I click publish, look at this. This is very important for you guys to do, right? You have to make sure that you know this information right here, because you will need that to give to people when you want to give them your portfolio, right? And then if you click done, right, and then you can even check what it would look like on your cell phone. So I'm going to do a preview of what it would look like on my cell phone. So this is showing you how it would show up on the cell phone. All right, super cool tool. It takes some while to get to know, but once you do it, it's a very powerful thing to have a professional portfolio, whether you're going to open your own Etsy shop. Well, they host what your stuff looks like, but like, let's say like Christian Duran in our school owns his own boutique in downtown Winters, and he has an Instagram and he has a website and he makes everything interactive. So he uses tools like, I think he uses Wix or Squarespace anyways for his business, for people to shop and see his lookbooks and things like that. But yeah, once you go ahead and again, you have to hit publish, and please make sure it, for me, it just used my first name, last initial. If you have any issues, Google it, or you can always ask me tomorrow in class, or always text me because I won't see you after Friday. But if you're still working on this next quasi-mester, which you might be, and then choose, obviously, you guys, when you choose, I want to switch to desktop. When you choose a template, obviously all your photos should probably be like good enough to where, even though this is a horizontal orientation, if it doesn't look good in the square format, well then, as it's showing up, see, this is where if you clicked on each one of the galleries, it gives a title and the about. That's why I really like it. But notice each one of these photos look great as squares, and even the person who designed this made it so there's this animation of the photo kind of getting closer to you and darkening out so that you can see the titles that you create for each of your photos. Now, use high quality photos. Sometimes if they're too high quality, they'll kill the site. If they show up bitmapped or blurry, that is not professional. Do not use bitmapped blurry images. You'll have to recreate it at a higher DPI. I would recommend for web between 150 and 300. All right, 300 is best, but it might load slow, so you might have to try it at 150. Anyway, so that's just the basics of an introduction. Squarespace is about the same, and that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.